Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I want to show you how you can make an interesting retro horn synth sound in Ableton just using stock plugins. Sounds something like this. Yeah, so that's the sound. I think the big thing with horn synths is, well, really two things, and it's the choice of oscillator type, like what kind of waveform the oscillator has, and then what the settings are for the filter. You want to have a delayed attack on the filter. That's what's going to give you that sort of attack that horn synth sounds are famous for. It's just like, woo, has that kind of, it doesn't hit right immediately. It sort of opens up gradually, but kind of quickly. So it's different from a pad, but it does have that delayed attack. And the oscillator that really works the best is generally the sawtooth. It just has that brassier quality. And you can also obviously experiment with that, especially with different synthesizers. The oscillators have different qualities to them. But generally, that's how you make the horn sound. The settings are really simple. If you want to just grab this sound right away, I got a link in the description. You can download it for free. But basically, you've got two sawtooth oscillators, and they're detuned just a little bit. And then they're going to a low-pass filter. It's got a little bit of resonance, but it's basically just darkening it so that when it opens up, you can really hear the difference. And it's got a slower attack. Again, here are the settings for the ADSR on the envelope. And then you've got the amp. And I think these are just like the default settings that Ableton provides. I might have put the decay a little bit longer. And then you've got a low frequency oscillator, and this is on sine wave. This is just here basically to add some movement to the sound. Yeah, I basically put it on the pan modulator for the amp envelope, and that's literally just making the sound move from speaker to speaker a little bit. It's not a ton of it. And then a big part of the sound, again, making it more retro, is just adding more of that warble to it. And this section is great for that. You just add vibrato, unison. I love adding glissando. It just gives more movement to the sound as you perform it, especially when you're hitting those chords like that. And then I'm just kind of dialing out some of the low end here with the EQ. But then I just add an audio effect rack. I love making these. Again, there's a link in the description. You can pick these up for free. This one's called Retro Echo. It's just adding like flanger with a verb and a decay, or a delay, I should say. And you can dial them in as you want. The default setting is trying to be very musical, so you can always change this in the mixer settings here. But basically, that's what's going on. We got the flanger here going. There's a little bit of verb here as well. And the thing about audio effect racks, you make the dry wet all the way 100% so that you can dial in the sound in the mixer section. And then we've got a delay, just a ping pong delay. And then everything gets routed to this dynamic tube. And basically that's just to make the sound feel like it's pushing tape a little bit. So if you play a louder velocity, it'll get a little more saturation. And I usually always use the C setting on dynamic tube because to me it just sounds the most realistic. And that's basically it. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you got something out of it. Hit the like button, subscribe, really appreciate that support. And you can get the sound for free, a bunch of them. Here's a sample pack I put out for free. All kinds of cool audio effect racks and instrument plugins. If you have Ableton 9, you can just throw them right on there. But that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and have fun making music.